The Carnotaurus is one of the fastest dinosaurs in the Isle of Verma. This creature can charge into enemies at incredibly high speeds, stunning or knocking them down. Being one of my personal all-time favorite dinosaurs, it holds a special place in my heart. However, most people underestimate Carnotaurus a lot. Many people prefer the much more powerful Ceratosaurus with its plethora of different perks. But today, I decided to prove that Carnotaurus is still a powerful hunter, and is not to be underestimated. This is the story of the Relentless Hunter, the Carnotaurus. I decided that I wanted to play Carnotaurus over Ceratosaurus today, and that was arguably my best decision yet. I spawned at South Plains, and quickly made my way over to the sanctuary. After not finding anything in there, I headed out and scavenged off some dead Troodons. A whole lot of nothing happened after that. All I really did was scavenge. Eventually, though, I spotted a Pteranodon trying to eat, so my hunter instincts kicked in. Shortly after, I met a smaller Carno that I grouped up with. This guy would stick with me for a very long time. I told him good mutations to pick, and also that Carno was much weaker than what it was on Spyro. After finding nothing at South Plains, we both decided to head to West Rail Access in hopes of finding something. At the pond, we had met another Carno, and he was chill. We were all down eating some Delos that he had killed, when in the corner of my eye, I spotted another Delo. Fresh spawn. We headed back to South Plains, and I had spotted a deer. And after I killed it, a Troodon was just standing there. Lots of time had passed, and we were all back at West Row Access again. We then heard Ceratos, and we found out that there were 2 adults, and they had a nest. Knowing this, we wanted to kill their babies. Unfortunately, we couldn't get their last baby. But that wasn't all that bad when I spotted a Dilo running to the action. After that whole scuffle was over, we returned to find a Teno camping on a rock. Thought we had the upper hand, but that was before he landed a massive blow to me. But then we lost Colette. With me being super injured and Colette gone, we could not continue the hunt. After that, we found that the Teno was making a run for it. But after chasing him, he found an even better rock to camp at. Seeing that he was trying to log, we went up there, only to find that he was hiding in an unattackable spot. Savvy was going to log out when I spotted a Cerato. I ran over and woke him up, and we both searched for it. After we both healed up, we headed back to the pond where we found a small galley. After killing the small stego, the other one actually didn't body camp, so that was pretty cool. So we got to enjoy a feast well earned. As I was healing up, I heard something eating the body. Sorry, little one. Savvy had left, and now I was on my own. When I was at the pond, I spotted that same galley from earlier. Although this time, he wasn't going to get so lucky. After killing him, I went to go log. After I returned, I headed back to South Plains. A silly little Trudon thought he could sneak up on me while I was drinking. Nothing was at South Plains, so I traveled back to West Row Access again. I stalked a Cerato fighting 2 Omnis. Unfortunately, he had other Ceratos, and that was too much for me, so I backed off. I looped back to South, and this time there were other dinosaurs. I saw 2 Omnis making their way up to the upper river. It was time to strike. In the evening, I came across a Teno. I contemplated on whether to go for it, because I knew that Carno doesn't stand a great chance against Teno. But a little while later, the Teno had another friend with him, which seemed to have given him the confidence to try me. After a not so well fought battle from me, I had to retreat. I was bleeding heavily and near death already. I sat in that bush for a long time, and eventually decided to log for the day. Upon logging back in, I decided to AFK the entire night cycle as I needed to heal. After, I found a Dilo on the beach, completely clueless as to what was lurking in the bushes. I met some other Carnos, and after I found a Teno on the beach. I'm not even joking when I say that this Teno ran away from us for nearly half of the entire day. While regaining my stamp from chasing the Teno, I spotted a couple of dinosaurs heading for West Row access. And by the looks of it, they were definitely a mix pack. You know how I feel about mix packs. I still wanted the Teno, so I crossed over again. While I was gaining stam, a Cerato made a beeline for me. I saw a small dinosaur running away and started to chase it. Then I ran into another Carno. Almost hit him too. We tried to get the Teno one last time, but failed again. I was completely out of stam. Well, if it isn't your average skillless hacker. Damage hacks, of course. I've shown you guys plenty of clips of me dying to hackers, and there's so much more that I haven't even posted. Which, to be honest, is kind of the reason why I haven't been able to create as many stories as I would like. Yes, I am playing on NA2, but still, it's crazy how common they are. I genuinely have no clue what the developers are going to do about it. I talked to Sophie for a bit when we spotted a Cerato. We're gonna be killing plenty of these guys. After living in South Plains and Westro Axis for so long, me and my Carno friend decided to finally head elsewhere for action. Now, if you didn't notice, I don't blame you. But these Ceratos were dealing an abnormal amount of damage to me. They had killed Sophie in mere seconds, when, keep in mind, we were both full health and full-grown Carnos. These were also subadult Ceratos. And when I died, it gave away their hacks completely. First of all, they weren't close to me at all, and even if it hit, it would have been a tail hit, which would have not taken me from around fresh orange to instant death. It seems they had damage hacks and maybe range hacks. I'm not too sure on that though. I really don't know if I'll keep playing officials, but I will admit, my Carno experience, besides the hackers, was amazing. It was a bittersweet end, but nonetheless, I'm happy to tell you guys this story. Thank you all so much if you made it to the end. It's been a long time since my Mix Pack Killer video, and I'm glad to have posted this again. Have a great day.